They tried to erase her, to turn her truth into madness, her courage into chaos. But some women aren't meant to disappear. They are meant to disrupt. And tonight, the system that silenced Clara Jameson is about to learn what happens when a woman refuses to stay quiet. Every woman has a breaking point and a becoming. You're listening to Becoming Her, true stories of courage, betrayal, and transformation. It had been 2 weeks since the threat. 2 weeks since the note at her door warned her to stop. Clara hadn't slept much since. Every creak of the floorboard sounded like a footstep. Every car parked outside looked like a shadow that stayed too long. But fear has a strange way of clarifying things. She realized, the moment they tried to silence her, was the moment she had to speak louder. So she made a choice. Not to run, not to hide, but to fight, in the only way she knew how. With truth. Clara reached out to a journalist, someone she'd once met at a Women in Leadership conference. His name was Omar Malik, a quiet man with kind eyes and a voice that carried empathy like a weapon. When she told him what happened, he didn't interrupt. He just listened. Then said 4 words that changed everything. Let's tell your story. But exposing a billion-dollar firm wasn't simple. They needed proof. Emails, files, testimonies, everything they'd erased. She had to rebuild from memory. 4 nights, Clara sat at her kitchen table, piecing together fragments of the truth. Deleted messages, old drafts, meeting notes, every word a risk, every keystroke an act of defiance. Omar warned her, once this goes public, they'll come for you harder. Are you ready for that? Clara smiled faintly. They already have. But just as the article neared publication, something happened. Omar called one night, his tone shaken. Clara, someone leaked my source list. They know we're coming. Her blood ran cold. Then by morning, her phone was flooded again, this time not with threats, but with humiliation. Her photos, private ones, splashed across fake profiles. Her name trending under the hashtag #crazyclara. Every lie crafted to break her spirit before the truth could reach anyone else. And for the first time, she almost gave in. Almost. She remembered something her mother once said, not in words, but in silence. The kind of silence that protects, endures, survives. But Clara didn't want to survive quietly anymore. So she recorded a video. No filters. No edits. Just her voice, raw, steady, defiant. She looked straight into the camera and said, "My name is Clara Jameson. I worked for Ross and Titan Consulting. They tried to silence me, but I have the receipts. And I'm not afraid anymore." Within hours, it went viral. Millions of views. Thousands of women sharing their own stories. The comments section flooded with one sentence repeated again and again, "We hear you, Clara." But the company didn't stay silent for long. They issued a public statement calling her unstable and disgruntled. They hired a crisis PR firm to bury the video. But what they didn't expect was that truth moves faster than money when it's carried by millions of voices. And soon, it wasn't just Clara's story anymore. It became a movement. A reckoning. A mirror held up to every workplace that had ever punished a woman for saying no. Behind the scenes, Omar kept digging. He found financial irregularities, offshore accounts linked to Mr. Ross and senior partners. The same people who'd buried Clara. They were no longer just corrupt. They were criminal. Then one night, Omar sent a message, "Meet me at the cafe on East Street. I found something. It's big." Clara arrived. But Omar never did. His phone went straight to voicemail. And when she walked home that night, she noticed it again. The same black car. The same headlights lingering too long in the rearview mirror. By morning, she turned on the news. Omar Malik, investigative journalist, found dead in an apparent car crash. Her coffee mug slipped from her hand. It shattered on the floor, just like the illusion that truth was safe. Because now she knew, this wasn't just about corporate injustice. It was about power, control, and silence that kills. But Clara wasn't the same woman they tried to fire. Fear had burned away everything but purpose. She opened her laptop, created a new folder, and titled it Operation Phoenix. Because if they thought they'd buried her, they were about to meet the woman who learned how to rise. When truth becomes dangerous, does courage still matter? Or does survival mean silence? Tell me in the comments, what do you think happens next? You've been listening to Becoming Her, where every story is a reminder. They can silence one woman, but never all of us.